A psycho thriller?
That's what I had in mind, yeah.
I think it's a pretty decent enough idea. I mean, it's not as though all those true crime podcasts and shows aren't still popular.
Well, that's just the thing. If this were any of your other clients, that'd be one thing. Our readers don't pick up a Marc Courier novel expecting the same pulpy, generic whatever that gets printed every day.
So what do you suggest?
I suggest that if you want to make this thing worthy of print, that you put the work in. Look, Mark, I trust you. And if you think you can make this thing interesting, then do it, and do it fast. We're riding a real high here with that last book of yours. The bookstores can't seem to order enough.
I'll do just that, Catherine.
Hey. Look, Mark. I'm drawing a blank here on this, hon. I mean, I defended you in there, but half of the fun of your books is the personal touch you put on things. You know, drawing moments from your own experiences or whatever. I don't know how you could possibly do that with this. Not to mention, Catherine was right about the genre being oversaturated right now. I mean, do you have a plan for this thing?
Oh, yeah, maybe I could do a police ride-along or something. I'll figure it out.
And you always do. I know that. I just...
Do you not understand what's gonna happen?
We're not gonna get caught. I know how this game works.
How many people have you seen go to jail for this?
Cause they don't know what they're doing. I know what I'm fucking doing. Yes, I do. You trying to call me stupid or some shit?
Yes, you are fucking stupid.
Me? I'm fucking stupid, right?
You are.
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
Hey,
Man, fuck all this shit.
Hey!
Ah!
I got it.
Hi, Mark.
Last night, there was a murder.
Oh, God, where?
It's exactly what I've been looking for. From what I heard on the news, it sounded like it was over some personal dispute, but to do something like that in public? what that must have felt like to be attacked like that, to be behind the knife. There's just so much there. It's perfect.
Jesus, Mark, you're really into this. Is this what getting up close and personal with the material is gonna look like then? Are you sure I can't sit this one out? Okay, look. If you think you've found your inspiration, then do your research, find all you can about it.
That'll work. This is really good news, Quincy. All right. Let me hear it.
Okay, so I really like the premise so far. I think you've established a few key characters that are really interesting. And I can tell you really did your research. I mean, the level of detail in your descriptions of violence is amazing.
Excellent. But
There just isn't much there to get attached to. I mean, you've told the story so far from the perspective of bystanders. And while that can be great, especially with the level of detail you've provided, I think you need to try to tell the story from the perspective of those directly involved. I have no reason to be afraid of this killer you've invented because, well, you haven't made the reader feel like they're a part of it at all. It's just detached.
off. And I have an idea on how to give it that personal touch, but it's sort of a last resort. Let me see if I can do some things to try and make it work.
I won't even ask. I'm glad I could help. Hey, Mark.
You got the draft?
Yeah, this is much better. I think that switching the perspective to that of the murderer really helps all the fear here.
I don't know. I think it...
I think it could use some work when it comes to the main character. However, this is quite an easy fix. Will you tell him I said that?
And what about you? Peter told me you're going away for a while.
Yep, 2 weeks in Malibu. But it's just the worst timing, though. He just tested positive, so I think I may be going alone this year.
When do you leave?
Plane leaves tomorrow at 6 a.m. I plan to stay the night here, finish up a few things before leaving.
Well, I hope you have the best time. Tell Pete I'm thinking about him. I hope he gets well soon.
Thank you for that. Oh, on that note, I actually have to leave. I'll see you later, Catherine. Have a good night.
You too, Quincy.
Hey, Mark.
Quincy? Thanks for seeing me tonight. I've got a pot on in the kitchen, so feel free to help yourself, and I made it how you like it.
Thanks. Have you seen my cup anywhere? I think I left it here last time.
No. Did you tell anyone you were going to be here tonight?
No. Should I have?
Sorry, just, thinking about that case. Do you think he would have gotten away with it if he didn't tell anyone he was with him?
I mean, I guess it didn't matter since he turned himself in it anyway.
Yeah. Sorry, did you want to?
Yeah, let's go see what you've got.
Over here?
Yeah.
Alright, so the way I see it, you have a pretty outstanding novel here. By any other author's standards, this would be amazing, but
What do you like about it?
well, honestly, I like just about all of it. I mean, the way I see it, your pacing was incredible, characters full of life, with interesting perspectives. And there's something about the way in which you describe the victims themselves that really sticks out. I mean, you've always had a way of describing a character's experiences. It's really quite terrifying here.
But
Wow, I've completely lost track of time. I have to go soon. I might miss my flight.
you'll make it. What were you saying?
Well, I liked pretty much all of it. However, I noticed a pretty consistent trend in the way you described the murderer himself. There's just, I don't know, a certain hollowness to it. Like I said before, I think that the reason why your previous writings seem to affect so many people is that you write with the authority of someone who's actually there. I mean, in most cases, it's because you really were. I want to sign off on this thing, really, I do. I mean, I've had the approval letter just sitting in my desk for like 4 weeks now. I think that at the end of the day, and don't take this the wrong way, but I think you may have found your limit here. You aren't going to be able to get this murder character right because...
I am thoroughly disgusted by this. I don't think it's ever been quite like this before.
Thank you for that. Truly.
I don't know how you managed to do it, but you've outdone yourself yet again. The board is going to love this.
So you think it's ready to print?
Quincy gave you her approval letter, right?
Signed and sealed.